What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Bracket Bitches. I am Josh, alongside the lovely Soul. We're going to talk about some brackets today, and how you doing?
Doing good. We got two sports to talk about today.
Two of them.
Both them things.
Both of them. One is primarily ball handling. The other one is primarily by the feet.
They're
both ball handling, but one's by hand, one by feet.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Well, Josh, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. This is as casual of a fan of sports for these two that I am. If you don't know how much I keep up with MLS, I picked the Red Bulls to win when we started doing these bracket shows 2 years ago, and
We're a year early.
Yeah, and they were the worst seed. So who knew? But here I am, trying to finally win one of these damn things. So far, not so good.
So we are super late for WNBA. We didn't get to do a final and congratulate a certain person. We're going to let you know who won in a second. But the WNBA, we have a winner. Congratulations to the Las Vegas Aces.
Welcome.
You guys got your third title, and then A'ja Wilson, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, championship title, Finals MVP, stacking them all up. Just thoughts on just the dominance of A'ja Wilson.
She's the best. We're seeing domination in two sports by two individuals right now, which is A'ja Wilson and Shohei Ohtani. At least what Shohei did just that one night. I still can't get over that statistical anomaly that he did, that performance. But A'ja does this night in, night out. She's not obviously Alyssa Thomas is the triple double queen. I mean, she literally had one in the last game. But A'ja's just different. And you can't teach what she possesses. There's just certain things that, I mean, we're seeing it right now with what Wemby's doing in the NBA, as far as just everything, all working out, athleticism, footwork, ball handling, size, everything that's just like, if all the dots would connect.
Low-key, I think she made Bam better because the Heat are doing well right now.
Yeah. So like certain times when all the genetics and stuff and your work ethic and everything, the stars align, you get an A'ja Wilson, those type. Yes, I'm putting her up there with the GOATs of her sports, especially the WNBA. It could have been Maya Moore, but she retired early, but that's for personal reasons, so she's happy. But
she's your GOAT.
Yeah.
Everyone can have their own individual GOAT. I very highly believe in that. We do have an interesting stat, and that is with one Jewel Lloyd. She also won her third title. Her first two was actually with Seattle, and she has swept every single finals that she has been a part of. She has never lost a finals. Now, the Aces, they have before. Under Becky, they have always lost game 3 of their finals. So they finally won a game 3 with Becky in the finals this year. Is it Jewel Lloyd? Is her final sweep just adding? Will she always sweep every time she makes it to the finals? Thoughts on that crazy stat? She's 3-time champion, has swept every single time.
She's the maid of death because she's going to come sweep you away. That's what she's basically at. I was trying to, as you were going through that, I was trying to come up with a cool nickname for her. Lucky Rabbit's Foot, definitely. But she's even more than that, is because of being able to sweep everybody. So she's the maid of death.
And one of the teams that she did sweep was in 2020, the Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah. So she is the maid of death until proven otherwise.
Yeah. And let's go into our brackets to see if there's a lot of X's, because you finally get to the final. People are gonna have some X's. There's one person that has 0 X's though, and he is our winner. But let's look at these. First up, we got mine. I did choose the winner. Go me. I did not win our bracket, but I did choose the winner. I guess I know WNBA. I know ball. Unfortunately for Tushka here, he did not choose the winner. He did have the Aces in the final, but he had them against Minnesota. And think that was also the case for you. Yeah.
It's just okay, but here I'll put it this way: Nafisa was too busy trying to get everyone paid than
Hmm.
her selfishly wanting to win a championship. I'll spin it that way.
I like it. I like it.
I'm gonna spin it that way, even though if she heard me say that, she'd be like, "Bitch, come on." But Nafisa, I thought they were gonna do it, and Mercury just was a buzzsaw.
I want her to win a title so badly, and I want AT to win a title so badly. But like, there's so many different teams and so many people that are so deserving, and there's only one title each year, and everyone else goes home sad. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately for Minnesota, they went home sad this year.
Yeah.
Giff also chose Minnesota. He had them playing the Fever. So, and hey, that could have happened. The Fever like held on as long as they could.
I think they had the trainers playing at one point because they were so hurt.
Yeah, but hey, man, they were doing well. And again, rest up, Kelsey Mitchell. Get some liquids in you, girl.
Yeah.
That was scary. Go watch our wrap it up where we fully go into what happened to her in that last game for the Indiana Fever. That scary stuff. Sports can be scary sometimes. Mm-hmm. Jeremy also chose Minnesota. Minnesota was a popular pick. We got Jason. Jason went Minnesota as well.
Yeah, but he also went Atlanta Dream, like Cheryl kind of did.
Yeah, he went Atlanta Dream. He had Atlanta in the finals, and Cheryl had a New York Atlanta. And I think because she's originally from upstate New York, she likes Dragon Con in Atlanta. I think that was her reasons for choosing New York versus Atlanta. I guess she likes Dragon Con more than her home state.
Yeah. I don't know.
Any thoughts on Cheryl's picks?
I mean, she had a dream, and got sick, and caught a fever and died. So
yep.
It happens. But you know what happens about dreams? There's more than one.
Well, we'll see what happens next year.
Yeah.
Drunken Prayer, our winner. We have some other people after this, but perfect bracket. Drunken Prayer, our Scots. And if you've been watching us, you know that the way that he rolled a D20 dice for each of these picks. So when you roll the dice, you win. He has now decided that for every decision in life, he will be rolling dice because he said that will be better for his outcomes than just choosing decisions based on his brain. But perfect bracket.
You know, I guess it's kind of weird how he basically went the critical role method, and he rolled a nat 20. I got my nerd stuff out of the way when it comes to D&D. But I need you at a craps table yesterday because you could be clean. I've never seen dice roll perfect bracket. You know, the coin flip brackets. You know, they have some things here and there. Dice roll perfect bracket. I don't know. There's got to be more than that. But the fact that I know him and know that he's in Scotland. Probably
but he lives in Scotland. He's probably never seen a basketball game in his life, men or women's, and he has a perfect bracket.
Right. So shout out to the dice gods and the D20s, because I'd hate to see him in a D&D game if this is his situation. That DM would be like, come on.
Right. And the cops agree. And we still have a few other people to go through. Preston, he did choose Minnesota. He had Minnesota and the Fever in the final, so he was like gift there. T went Fever all the way. She had the Phoenix Mercury correct in the final, but she was thinking that it was going to be a Mercury Fever final. Justin also had Minnesota, and Boggs had the Mercury.
Close.
He had the correct final.
Yeah.
And if he would have won, if the Mercury would have won, Boggs would have won the bracket. But they didn't win, so he didn't win. He didn't even come in second. I did, because I chose correctly.
So you were the first to lose, right?
I'm the first loser.
Yeah.
If you're not first, you're last, according to Talladega Nights. But this is what the bracket scores come out. Drunken Prayer with 29 points, myself with 18, Boggs with 16, Tushka, T, and Justin with 14, Josh in 7th place with 11, along with Jeremy. We got GIF with 9, and then Preston, Cheryl, and Jason at the end there with 6 points each. So
I beat
29
Jason.
to 6.
I beat Jason. And I am number 1 on the right column. So therefore, hang my banner, put it up there, ladies and gentlemen. First place on the right column.
Yep.
I don't care if the numbers line up as the same as Jeremy. My name's above yours, so deal with it. Yeah, congratulations, Drunken Prayer. That's insane.
You beat GIF, you beat Preston, you beat Cheryl, you beat Jason.
Yeah. Woo! I beat Jeremy based off of top to bottom.
You tied with him. And
my name's above it.
I beat everyone except for a Scottish man, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with Scotland being ahead.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, congratulations. That's still insane. That was a dice roll.
Insane dice roll, insane amount of points. He's got the perfect points there. Mm-hmm. But we do have another sport to talk about.
We do. Now, as far as my insight on it, I played the sport, but as far as who the players are on the teams, in the MLS, I know maybe like 6 or 7 that I can name off the top of my head, and that's a lot for me. But probably some that I've named are not even in the league anymore. But
Thierry Henry does not play for the league anymore.
But he did, so therefore it counts, but not currently.
In the past. Mm-hmm. Now, we are currently in the first round of the MLS playoffs. We did have play-ins, which people got some extra points by choosing if they chose the play-in games correctly. So we do have points that we'll see where everyone laid out with those extra points so far. And literally everyone either has 2 points, 1 point, or 0 points right now. So we will see where everyone lands there. But in those playing games, it was Chicago versus Orlando City. Chicago beat them kind of an upset a little bit there with Chicago beating Orlando, and then Portland handily beat Real Salt Lake. Both games ended 3-1, and so you win the playing game, you get to play the number 1 seed. Congratulations. We've had 3 games played so far, 1 on Friday, 2 today, and the third one currently playing right now. They started at the same time we did. So Inter Miami beat Nashville 3-1 on Friday. I was there. That's the reason why we didn't do bracket bitches on Friday, was because I was at the Inter Miami game. It's a good win. Round 1 is a best of 3, so we still got 1 more win to get to work. Going away to Nashville for game 2. Hopefully we can get the win away and then get that rest so we don't have to play game 3.
I'm torn on that based on the fact that I have Inter Miami win the whole thing, but
you live in Nashville.
I live in Nashville, so I'm torn.
And then we got Philadelphia versus Chicago that played out. Philly went up 2-0. And Chicago came back in the dying minutes. My family literally changed the channel to watch other sports. We were like, okay, let's go watch the Heat game and watch the Aaron Rodgers versus Green Bay game. But hey, and we saw the score and we're like, holy shit, they came back. So we went to go we turned the MLS on Apple back on and to watch the penalties. But Philly did ultimately win in the penalties. Andre Blake as their goalkeeper. Jamaica's number 1. And then we had Vancouver. They beat FC Dallas 3-0. The game literally ended right before we started. And right now, in the 6th minute, San Diego versus Portland, the number 1 seed versus the number 8 seed, 0-0 in the 6 minutes. So before we go to our brackets, any thoughts on the game so far?
Everything's going accordingly except for the one I got wrong, but that was a playing game. But everything's going all right so far. Vancouver, I picked picked Dallas, so I'd like to see Dallas step up and tie that up and not get eliminated. But it's not. But I damn Dallas going very far. But I just like to, hey, I just saw a perfect bracket before, so. And for my knowledge of who's in the league, I should have just taken a D20 and figured this bracket out too. But Messi it's Messi. So
Messi is Messi. So let's look at our brackets here. So I've got me first so far. Perfect bracket, baby. No X's. I guessed the playing games correctly.
You're gonna be wrong. You're going to be wrong because one team will be eliminated. It should be in the tournament. But anyway, you can move on.
But I do have Inter Miami. I have Inter Miami versus LAFC. San Diego, it is their inaugural year. They are first in the West, but I think experience plays out. So I think they will beat Portland, but I think Seattle will beat them. And then Vancouver Whitecaps, yes, they're the number 2 seed. Yes, they played in a continental final in Champions Cup, because they call it that now instead of Champions League. But LAFC's got Heung-min Son. So I'm going to go with LAFC, and so I have them going all the way. And then you know me, I can't choose against my team. I can't choose against Messi. It bit me in the ass last year. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass this year. But
it bit a lot of our brackets in the ass last year.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And I'm maybe because our 2 fellow hosts still want to be friends of mine. Tishka also chose Inter Miami. He does have a few X's there. He did have Real Salt Lake winning the play-in and then beating San Diego. Because again, inaugural season, he's like, I'm gonna go with experience over, but it's got an X because of that. But he has the Vancouver Whitecaps beating LA and having Whitecaps versus Inter Miami. Thoughts on his choices?
Hey, Real Salt Lake, it was like literally like the ugliest kit versus the best looking kit in the playing game. So come on, you gotta go with the best looking kit. But you can do what you want on that. But other than that, Whitecaps, I mean, sure, why not? They are the number 1 seed, aren't they? On that side,
they're the number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Yeah,
but still,
San Diego is the number 1 seed.
Okay. But yeah, just so number 2 seed, it could work. Any team can get hot.
And we are all being disrespectful to the Philadelphia Union. That's my pick. There, Tushka also, they won the Supporters Shield. They have the best record in MLS this year. We do not have them going far. Tushka or I.
No. Hey, and just because you have the best record, I don't know if MLS is like hockey. You really don't want the best record. Okay, so
last year, Inter Miami had the best record, and we also broke the amount of points record, and we still went out in the first round. So
yeah,
it happens.
It
happens. So yeah, very rarely does the Supporters Shield winner win the MLS Cup. The last time it happened, it was with LAFC's first win when they had Gareth Bale.
They had Gareth Bale. I don't know who he is. I'm guessing he's really good.
Very good. Played for Tottenham. Also like Heung-min Son. And is Welsh. Played for Wales national team. Josh, you like me also have LAFC versus Inter Miami. You are also being disrespectful to the Philadelphia Union. You chose incorrectly with Orlando. And you have San Diego going a little bit farther there. And you got a few. I know. Notice that you have a different choice there in the Hell is Real Derby versus Cincinnati and Columbus, and with Vancouver and Dallas, you have a different choice there. Tell me about your bracket.
Well, for one, Columbus got a bye because the team that they're supposed to be playing is non-existent, so they get a bye. So that's why I picked Columbus. And then Whitecaps. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, so maybe they could show Dallas Cowboys a thing or two and win a playoff game.
You just saw the star and you went with it?
Yeah, pretty much. And Vancouver, yeah, you're Canadian, so I have to be consistent with my joking of Canada, even though I think the Maple Leafs have a really good team this year. But yeah, so that's kind of went into that. Is Dallas associated with the Dallas Cowboys? Not really associated, and Canadian, boo.
San Diego, you got it in the
Yeah,
semifinal.
if you follow Red Bulls and Seattle, if they're in the tournament, I'll always have them at least winning one game. But San Diego looks really good according to you, and Seattle's just fine.
Number one in
But
the West.
yeah, but Seattle, it's hard for me to ever count them out, but I have to give them at least one advancement. And LAFC, they look like the best team once this tournament started going, and then Galaxy really, but they were played really well last year too. So that's just why I'm just using kind of the Minnesota Lynx, like I'm using the momentum of what they did last year to this year. And tell me
the momentum of getting Kim and Son.
Yeah, but they had a lot of momentum at the end of last year, even though they weren't the victors. Because I mean, the Galaxy put everything, all their chips, they went just all in and were able to pull it off.
All right, next up we got Kelly. Kelly also resides in Nashville, if you can't tell by her bracket. So she has a Nashville FC versus Whitecaps. I told her, I was like, how dare you choose against my team? No, it's okay. I understand. And if Nashville was not playing against Inter Miami, I would have them going farther because I have a soft spot for Nashville because I lived there. But they are going against my team, so they're going to get eliminated. Mm-hmm. But she has Nashville going all the way. Nashville versus the Whitecaps. She has the Union going a little farther than us. But thoughts on Kelly's?
Hey, Kelly, if this was the bracket on the best stadiums in America, by far, number one seed all day, the Nashville soccer stadium, because I've been to it. And I liked it.
And the U.S. played Ghana.
And the U.S. played Ghana, yeah. But yeah, and I know Nashville really like, dude, our stadium is so blah blah. They were like really hyping up how good the stadium was, and it lived up to the hype to me as far as a soccer stadium is concerned. But I mean, she picked right in the right corner. She also noticed there was a bye that Columbus Crew needed to get, and you know, but yeah, just no respect right now for San Diego is what I'm seeing so far in the theme here.
You know, we're like the number one seeds of San Diego and Philly. Nah. Next up, we got Elise. And Elise, she's a Philly Union fan. So she was a little nervous today when Chicago came back, but she was able to win on penalties. So she's I love how I'm going forward with my team, that Kelly's going forward with hers, and Elise has belief in her team, in her Philadelphia Union. She has them playing LAFC, but she has Nashville also beating Inter Miami. Thoughts on Elise's picks?
I mean, if she's a true Philly fan, probably during that Chicago game, she wanted to fire their coach and burn it to the ground in the first half, and in the second half was ready to build a statue for them. So that's the swings that Philly. If she's a true Philly fan, I want to know, Elise, if was I right? Just give me like a 60%, 72. Like, just let me know how accurate I was on that. And then they're seeing something in Nashville that we might not be seeing, or maybe they just think that Inter Miami just is too busy beating themselves because that's what happened last year. That. You know, they just can't get over the hump. I don't know how you don't with Messi, but I don't care if he's 52. If Messi's on the field, that's a threat.
Mm-hmm. And she, like you, is also choosing FC Dallas over Vancouver.
And a shout out to the top right corner.
I knew you were gonna like it. And next up, we got B's choosing. I know you don't like that top corner.
No, the top right corner already. B, I'm pretty sure you're an amazing person, but you're wrong. This bracket needs to be studied on why. No.
And she, like you, also chose Orlando over, but she has Inter Miami versus LAFC as the final. So thoughts on B's there?
She got Charlotte, going a little bit further than a lot of people have. Still no respect for San Diego, and honestly, just based off of how they finished the season last year, I was gonna put LAFC at first, but then I'm like, if Inter Miami gets there ain't no way they're losing. So that's just kind of viewed that. But I was like, LAFC was gonna, like, as soon as I said, I was like, all right, LAFC is gonna win it, and then once I got Inter Miami there, I changed my thought. I'm like, I just don't see how, if Messi gets there, he's going to give it up. So
yeah, she has the final. She chose differently with LA there. She's not the only one to choose LA. Next up, Jackie. Jackie also has LA, and she has LA versus Columbus. She also has Nashville beating Inter Miami. She's got Philly there in the semifinals. No respect to San Diego, like everyone else.
No respect, man.
Thoughts on Jackie's bracket?
I think I think everyone's just jealous of the city of San Diego because I hear it's like perfect weather, gorgeous out there. So maybe that's why. But I this is an anomaly that should be studied. Like, you're the number 1 seed, you're the best, you had the best record. Nope, you're gonna screw up.
It's their inaugural season. They've never existed before.
Oh, see, no respect to no. It's like when the Vegas for the Vegas Knights, like, everyone's just like, they don't know. You can't just win the game. You have to earn your stripes. That's probably what everyone's thinking.
And I mean, we saw before too, St. Louis, their inaugural season, they were the number 1 seed in the West, and they went against the number 8 seed in Sporting Kansas City, and Kansas City beat them. So I guess people are being reminded of that and going, yes, same thing's going to happen to you. Sorry, San Diego.
Right. But Jackie, top right corner, still rolling. I like it.
And has it going all the way to the final.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Columbus Crew, one of the founding members of the MLS. I think I got that right. But yeah, maybe
96.
Yep. I know Seattle and Columbus, at least in Galaxy. I know those 3. It's
Seattle, San Jose, Galaxy, Columbus.
The Red Bulls,
New York Red Bulls.
Yeah. See, this is my casual, but still no message history.
You know some stuff.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Columbus does make a run, because this is the first bracket that we've seen do that.
Mm-hmm. And next up here, we got Ryan. And Ryan, he's in Seattle, so he's going with Seattle all the way. He does have the Vancouver Whitecaps in the semifinals. He has Inter Miami in the semifinals, but he has the number 1 seed and the Supporter Shield winners in Philadelphia, beating Inter Miami, making it to the final. No respect to San Diego, but it makes more sense from him because he is a Seattle fan. So thoughts on Ryan's bracket?
I mean, with Ryan's bracket, maybe he knows the outcomes because of time travel, bitch. If anyone knows, with us, Ryan, join us on our book club. Ryan always joins us on there. We always like when he comes on, and we were joking about that in a book that we read during that. But yeah, he's going to put Seattle. Like, I would question, I'm like, how much soccer do you watch if you picked against your own team? And yeah, no respect for San Diego, and no.
He's giving the most respect to Philadelphia out of anyone so far.
Yes, he is. Top right corner, we need to discuss this. That's later on our Discord. Links down below. If anybody wants to join, it's free to join. But yeah, Ryan, we're going to have some words. What the heck? We've been over this.
We're going to get new followers, and people are going to be like, why does he hate FC Cincinnati so much? It's a lore, people. It's a lore.
It's a lore. Yeah. They were just, they shouldn't be there. Okay.
This one up there is originally from Louisville. It was between Louisville and Cincinnati.
They pulled the rug out from us and stabbed us on the way down.
I'm sorry. And next up, we got Cheryl. Cheryl was just like, I don't care if it's their inaugural season. I'm choosing San Diego. She's also like, she believes in the state of Texas with Dallas and Austin. She has again, as we talked about earlier, She is from upstate New York originally, so she's got NYCFC making it to the final, beating Inter Miami in the semifinals. I know you don't like the top right from her either, but thoughts on Cheryl's bracket and believing in San Diego. She's given the most respect to San Diego.
I know you're a fighter of fairness, so therefore, why do you have them beating the Columbus Crew? Because what they did was not fair. It was bullcrap, and they shouldn't be there. That being said, it will be interesting to see if San Diego does that. I just have a funny feeling inaugural season, they actually do the unthinkable. I have New York going. I would have had them going further, but they played Inter Miami. But again, another team that played really well at the end of the season last year. They're the wrong New York team. Go Red Bulls. But it's been interesting to see. But yeah, is she the first one that has Austin winning?
Yes, she is the first one to have Austin winning. She believes in the state of Texas.
Yeah, and Austin's a cool city, so that's probably why she picked him.
And she just wants a derby.
Yeah.
And we're getting, I mean, we are so lucky to be getting a Hella's Real derby in round one, Cincinnati versus Columbus. But it would be cool to get some other derbies, and it would be if Austin do beat LA. And Dallas beat Vancouver, that would be a derby there. I don't see that happening, but it would be cool if it does. And
it would be.
The next person that we do have points for, we don't have a bracket for him because when I asked him about who he thought he was going to win, he said only one team. And when I asked for what the other outcomes of the other games would be, he never answered. So he does have a team and he will get some points, but he will probably be in last place this whole time. And Boggs chose Inter Miami to win, so we don't have a bracket for him, but he is part of it. He chose Inter Miami. And now let's look at where the points stand. So myself, Kelly, Jackie, and Ryan were in first place with 2 points each. We got Tushka, Josh, Elise, B, and Cheryl all with 1 point, and Boggs with 0. So
you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance that all we've had is these are just play-in points where we haven't finished round one. Oh, and update for everyone. San Diego scored. It is now 1-0. San Diego versus Portland. Oh. So I guess we might need to give a little respect to San Diego.
Well, I did have them winning the series.
I have them winning round one as well. The only one that did not have them win round one was Tushka.
Yeah. And I understand people out there saying, was like, hey, you have nothing to gripe about. If since FC Cincinnati wasn't in the playoffs, yeah, I wouldn't have, I don't know I wouldn't know what to do with my hands, type of thing. Like I gotta have something to hate on. And they're the perfect one. So they're my Joker to my Batman, even though I am not Batman at all.
So in these, we don't have your Red Bulls who were in it the last 2 years.
Made a great run last year.
Yeah, they did. They made it to the final. And then we don't have Tushka's Kansas City. So I know you chose Inter Miami as your bracket, but we're going to talk about heart picks right now. Who are you rooting for with your heart?
Oh, my heart, Nashville.
Nashville.
That's easy. But as far as I'll be interested to see, I don't know. Yeah, Nashville, pretty much. So I'll be rooting for with my heart because the other team should be in this league is not.
I know hey, but Louisville, they've won in the USL before.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It was always crazy sometimes when we get in a tournament and beat Orlando, just because they were kind of our farm team. Or we were their farm team.
And in the US Open Cup. But my head and my heart is all Inter Miami. Can't go with anyone else. And hey, I'm not a bandwagon. I've had season tickets since year one in 2020. Back when we sucked, man. Like, I went through the pain of being an Inter Miami fan. So now I can live in the glory of being an Inter Miami fan.
Yeah.
We've won a Leagues Cup trophy. We've won Supporters Shield last year. Let's get that MLS Cup, baby. Let's do it. Any other thoughts about the MLS and the games you're looking forward to?
I'm always interested to watch Messi play. It's always, it's Messi, and you just don't know how many more games you get with Messi playing.
And
at least
he signed an extension. He's got
know.
a 3-year contract. Will he last that whole 3 years to 41? We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. But as long as he's playing at a high level, I'm going to watch it. And interesting to see if Miami can finally put it together. And see if LAFC can keep going with the momentum that they kept going with last year, which they made it to the tournament. So there you go. And I'm always interested to see if Seattle can mess some things up, because they always are that like grit.
They won a trophy this year too.
Yeah. They're kind of, to me, Seattle is like the Pittsburgh Steelers in the fact that like they're going to be 8-8, but they're still going to be a tough out every single time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the teams that have won trophies so far that are in this playoffs, you got Seattle with the Leagues Cup, you got Nashville with the U.S. Open Cup, and you got Philly with the Supporter Shield. So are one of those three going to get a second? Are they going to do the double? Or will another team, Inter Miami, win the MLS Cup? We shall see. Thank you, Josh, for being here with me. Thank you to those that are watching live. If you're watching on the replay, join the Discord down below. It is too late to put a bracket in for the MLS, but we will be doing bracket bitches about all the different sports, all the things. We've done college football. We've done WNBA, NBA. We do it all. Yeah. So
the only one it's tough to do is the MLB playoffs, because it literally starts like 12 hours after the last game ends.
Yeah. So that's the only one that we don't do, although we would love to do it. I think we managed to do it like once.
Yeah, it was tough. And
it was tough. And
it's just not enough time for people to put their entries in.
Yeah, so we will not be doing MLB, unfortunately, but we do all the other ones. And even sometimes we do some tournaments. We've where we have Josh and Tushka learn countries' flags.
Yeah, that was that one. And then we did the Oscars one year. We did
do the Oscar. I won that one.
Yeah, and I was second on that one too.
Yeah, I've won 2 bracket bitches. I've won the first time we did MLS, and I've won the Oscars.
I have not won a single one.
I'm sorry. But hey, maybe this year you will.
There's a first time for everything.
There's a first time for everything. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad if you did, because you also have Inter Miami.
Yeah. I was literally like a last second from hitting. I didn't type out LAFC, but that was where my head first went. That was my first, and then so that was.
You were like, I want to continue being friends with Soul.
That, and so I was like, it's Messi. I know there should be a Messi counter during the MLS bracket bitches for how many times I say it, and how long it takes me before I bring up that team north of Louisville.
Well, anywho, thank you, Josh. Thank you to those watching. Join the Discord down below. Like and share all the things. And we will see you next time. Adios.